So on a day that Prime Minister Narendra Modi beat Indira Gandhi to become the second longest serving Prime Minister consecutive terms, Leader of Opposition Rahul Gandhi claimed Modi was all hype and no substance. Rahul Gandhi told a gathering of Congress workers at the Bhagidari Mahasambhalen at Delhi's Tal Katora Stadium that he'd met Prime Minister Narendra Modi a couple of times. The Leader of Opposition claimed Modi was like a balloon, gubbara, inflated by the media. Rahul Gandhi insisted while speaking to his cadre, voters and supporters that Modi was not a problem for the Congress party. We get you more in this report.
नरेंद्र मोदी कोई बड़ी प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. शो पूरा शो है, दम नहीं है. बता रहा हूं. आप लोग मिले नहीं हो, मैं मिला हूं.
Rahul Gandhi launched a scathing attack on Prime Minister Modi, alleging that the Indian Prime Minister is all show and no substance.
अब पहले तो मैं मिला नहीं था. अब 2-3 बार मैं मिल भी लिया हूं. बात समझ गया हूं मैं, कुछ नहीं उसमें. शो पूरा शो है, दम नहीं है. बता रहा हूं. आप लोग मिले नहीं हो, मैं मिला हूं.
Speaking at the OBC-focused Bhagidari Mahasambhalen in Delhi, Rahul claimed that challenging the Prime Minister is no issue. Rahul suggested that the real issue is not Modi, but the perception around him.
नहीं, नरेंद्र मोदी कोई बड़ी प्रॉब्लम नहीं. वो नहीं, मैं आपको बता रहा हूं. ये आपने अपने सिर पे चढ़ा रखा है, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं.
He also attacked the RSS, alleging that it was the biggest enemy for OBCs.
आरएसएस आपका सबसे बड़ा दुश्मन है. जैसे ही जाति जनगणना होता है, वैसे ही 50% की दीवार वहीं टूट जाती है.
The Saffron Party has launched a scathing counter to the Gandhi scion, alleging political bankruptcy in the Grand Old Party.
कांग्रेस पार्टी दिवालिया हो चुकी है और उनकी नेता भी दिवालियापन उनमें आ गया है.
The remarks come as political temperatures rise and positioning sharpens ahead of key state polls. On a day when Prime Minister Modi became the second longest serving Prime Minister in consecutive terms, surpassing even Indira Gandhi. With this direct challenge, Rahul Gandhi sets the stage for a political contest that could test both influence and perception. Bureau Report, India Today.
तो नरेंद्र मोदी कोई हवा नहीं है. मीडिया वालों ने सिर्फ गुब्बारा बना रखा है. मैं उनसे मिला हूं, बस शोबाजी है, कोई दम नहीं है. This is what Rahul Gandhi is believed to have said. This is Rahul Gandhi on Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And this isn't the first time that Rahul Gandhi has tried to convey the message to his cadres and supporters and voters that Modi is not a big problem. It's the hype created by media, according to Rahul Gandhi. He has in the past focused on Modi focusing more on branding than substance and delivery. More about catchy slogans than solutions. But do these facts actually, are they true? Or do facts on ground paint a different picture? Joining me on India First is Rohan Gupta, national spokesperson of the BJP. Salman Soor is the national spokesperson of the Congress Party. Ashutosh is a senior journalist and analyst, as so is Deshratan Nigam, a lawyer and a political analyst, joining us on this show. But Rohan Gupta, how does the BJP see these words of the Leader of Opposition saying Narendra Modi बस एक गुब्बारा है, मीडिया वालों ने बुलाया है, केवल शोबाजी है, कोई दम नहीं है उनमें?
So Gaurav, personally I am very happy the way opposition party is thinking about Mr. Modi. It shows their arrogance, it shows their fallacy and Alice in Wonderland. It's always good where opposition is not clear about what is the ground reality. And it is possible without substance that Mr. Modi is being PM of India for now 4,078 days. Is it possible without substance that under his leadership, India is now fourth largest economy in the world? Is it possible that without substance, he is having today country's trust, the confidence of the people, he is winning elections after election? Is it without substance that India is the fastest growing economy in the world now? So I think it is for people to decide. I think this is the height of arrogance. We should not decide who has substance. It is about upon the people to decide, people of the country. In politics, I might have whatever
Okay.
perception myself about you, but we cannot decide. It should be the track record of the person. I don't want to make personal comment, but now the leader of opposition can see his track record and compare that with Mr. Modi's track record, and then let the people decide. Let the your audience decide that whether substance is there
So
or not.
let's if you're saying let's go by statistics, let's go by record, and you're claiming it's arrogance of Rahul Gandhi. Salman Soz, is this arrogance of Rahul Gandhi? And if you look at the numbers, Narendra Modi served as Chief Minister of Gujarat for 4,610 days without a gap, became Prime Minister of India and has been serving for 4,078 days and counting. You saw those statistics, second longest serving Prime Minister, if you talk of consecutive terms. Rahul Gandhi, as leader of opposition, has been in office just for 367 days and says Modi has no substance. Is this arrogance, as the BJP puts it, sir?
This is not arrogance. This is the way I think we see this. I think this is the reality of India now, is ever since Prime Minister Modi became Prime Minister. Vast sections of the media are totally subverted. Institutions are subverted. So anybody can see that there's a whole industry of tailwind that is behind the Prime Minister and makes him look larger than life. Rohan is my former colleague in the Congress party. He knows it, and he was there when Rahul Gandhi, was there in the Bharat Jodo Yatra. Rahul Gandhi walks with the people of India. The Prime Minister walks with the cameraman. That is a reality. Every Indian knows it. Everybody knows how many angles he's photographed from, and how many people are there, how many drones are there. So I think there is no doubt that there's a lot of hype around him, and that has really pushed him. But if you want to talk data, if you want to talk substance, I can debate that as well. If you want, if you give me 1 minute, I can talk about 2-3 issues that might, tell you why we talk about lack of substance. One, for example, just to highlight one. Was it not Prime Minister Modi who declared victory over COVID-19 and then held political rallies which became huge carriers of the virus, and we suffered millions of excess deaths that happened? And so no amount of PR can erase the smell of burning pyres, as far as I can tell.
So
No
in
amount
your
of PR
appreciation is just PR that after COVID-19 saw him win elections after elections, including 2024. Is it
No,
just
no,
PR and talking to cameras that makes him win
no,
elections? You may choose to believe that, sir. You may choose to believe that. Let me also bring Ashutosh into this conversation, and we'll keep this, we'll keep the ball rolling. Ashutosh, electoral records, popularity scales, they seem to tilt heavily in favor of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. In your appreciation, is it just cameras? He's been CM for 3 terms, PM for 3 terms and counting. In your appreciation, what was Rahul Gandhi doing? Boosting the morale of his cadre, telling them, don't be scared of Modi. He's not a big problem. He can be defeated. He's not undefeatable.
See, Gaurav, if you put yourself in the Rahul Gandhi shoes and you have to fight with Narendra Modi on a daily basis, what will you do? Will you praise him? Of course not. You will not praise him. So, and he's talking to his own men, and he has to buck up them up, because he has to prepare them. If you say that Narendra Modi invincible, Narendra Modi can't be defeated, Narendra Modi is too big a character, so obviously the whole team will get demoralized. I think this is basically an exercise to demystify Narendra Modi before the congressmen and prepare them for the bigger battles. It's as simple. And every political party does it. Like the BJP will always talk about Rahul Gandhi. अरे ये तो बहुत बच्चा है, इसको तो कितने दार पॉलिटिक्स में लॉन्च किया है. अरविंद केजरीवाल रोज कहते हैं बीजेपी तो देखिए हमसे डरती है, नरेंद्र मोदी हमसे डरता है, वो दिल्ली में चुनाव नहीं जीत पाते. लेकिन these are जुमलाज यार. नरेंद्र मोदी ने शुरू में क्या बोला, रही है तो अर्बन नक्सल है, इनकी जगह तो दिल्ली में नहीं, इनकी जगह तो जंगल में. So every political party, every political leader has to demystify the opponents. Otherwise they can't fight election, they can't win elections. And winning, and of course, there's no doubt about it. In my opinion, that Narendra Modi is one of the tallest leader, one of the most popular leader in the country, one of the most powerful leader after Mrs. Gandhi. But that
Okay.
is for the history to judge. That is for the political experts for the judge, but not for the Rahul Gandhi. Rahul Gandhi will not say that Narendra Modi is invincible. He will always say Narendra Modi is beatable and we are going to beat him.
Okay, Deshratan Nigam, in this Westminster model that India has adopted, the leader of opposition is virtually shadow prime minister. And the Congress party believes Rahul Gandhi is prime minister in waiting. So why does the BJP say, in your appreciation, that, this reflects the bankruptcy in the Congress party, the moral bankruptcy? Because all he's doing is he's boosting the morale of his workers. He's trying to convey that message. Of course, you can defeat Narendra Modi. The fact is that they were able to bring down the BJP numbers from 303 down to 240.
Well, Gaurav, in fact, on the lighter note, this seems to be a dam maro dam movement for Rahul Gandhi. And the fact remains that if Mr. Modi is not a big problem, then it's a small problem, a little problem, which means a problem for the Congress, which has prevented Congress from coming to power on 3 consecutive terms in the Lok Sabha and forming the government. Actually, Prime Minister is a part of a solution, not a problem. We all must understand, and his delivery record is fantastic. And no wonder he's getting awards internationally. I think somewhere about 30 awards, the highest awards of those respective countries that he has got. There are various ways of, boosting the morale of their own cadre, but not by demeaning somebody. You can talk positive,
Okay.
you can talk positive about India, you can talk about positive policies that you may try to bring for the country. You may try to, highlight the weaknesses of the policies and may suggest solutions. This is a work of a shadow prime minister, not otherwise. You don't meet the Chinese ambassador quietly and secretively. You don't meet on the so-called alleged Mansarovar Yatra Chinese officials. You don't talk against India in foreign soils. This is not the personality of a shadow prime minister. I expected far more from the shadow prime minister, leader of opposition that we have here. In the relaunching and infinite relaunching of the RG, as I would call it, is something which the Congress has to ponder upon. The
Okay.
BJP is
You want to
on the
quickly
ground.
respond to that point, Salman Soz, raised by Deshratan Nigam, before I come to that question that I have for you, sir?
Gaurav, the basic issue is like one of our friend Ashutosh said that yeah, he was motivating his cadre. Do you feel demeaning somebody? You can motivate your cadre, and even cadre knows what is the reality on ground. The cadre knows that they are out of power because of this mindset. Obviously, you have to motivate your cadre. You can talk about your policies, what alternate you are going to give the people, which is better than BJP. But no, this is the fallacy. That's why Alice in Wonderland. They don't know what is the ground reality. And I'm very happy as a BJP member today that this is the mindset of the opposition today. With this mindset, they can never fight with BJP because they are not accepting the reality. What is the pulse of people? What is the narrative which people wants Congress party to do? Today, what is Congress party? It has become smaller than a regional party. They were the captain of Indi Gadbandhan. Now they are not even the 12th player. Do they do introspection? One of the biggest opposition parties, now Indi Gadbandhan parties are not accepting them. Why?
Salman Soz wants
Because
to
the
respond to
narrative is
that.
completely
Salman
in that
Soz wants to
Darbari's
respond
hand.
to that. Okay.
I'll respond.
Go on, sir,
I'll
because
respond to
then...
both.
Go
I'll
on, sir.
respond to both, and it is good to see Deshrat Nigamji after a long time. He talked about substance. Let me just, let's talk about the substance. Was it not Prime Minister Modi when he was candidate Modi? He said, "I will do in 60 months what no prime minister has done in 60 years." And what did he do? He delivered the highest unemployment rate in 5 decades. Was he not the prime minister who said that I'm going to have Make in India, we're going to have manufacturing as a share of GDP will be 25%. And right now, manufacturing as a share of GDP is 13%, the lowest since 1961. Is this not the same prime minister who put so many of us, all of us, you, me, and so many poor people in this world, in this country, through the ringer? He said demonetization is going to be a surgical strike on, on cash and corruption, on black money. And today,
On terrorism.
since 2016, today, just let me finish. Today, cash is more than double it was in 2016. The ratio is the same. And Mr. Modi's kind of jumlas are for all to see. I mean, in what Agnipath? Let's talk about Agnipath. Gaurav, I know you believe in it. You look after national security as well. He came up with a scheme and said this is a reform for young India to modernize the military. But cutting across the political spectrum, cutting across views, people are basically so sick and tired of this kind of a scheme that has become a huge joke. How can you basically run the military with 4-year contracts? So I would say Rahul Gandhi's criticism is about substance. He says this is not a man of substance. That's what we are saying. By the way, G20, and let me remind Rohan Gupta that when G20 happened, in his home state, there were slums that were being covered when Mr. Modi's face was being plastered in his city so that they would hide India's reality. India's reality is that more than 100 countries are ranked lower on the global hunger index than India is. Please don't tell us about these things. We know what the reality is. And Rohan, I feel
Rohan
bad
Gupta
that you
wants
moved
to
to
respond.
BJP just when the BJP stars are going down. I'm so sorry for you, my friend.
This is again, I am really sorry for you, Salman, because people like you still are there in Congress party, but still the Mahima Mandan, the coterie of Darbaris, they don't allow you to communicate your view to the top leaders. So I'm really my sympathy with you. But here, Gaurav, we need to understand what are the numbers on ground. Fourth largest economy, fastest growing economy. All the numbers are in favor of Mr. Modi, and that's why people are supporting Mr. Modi. Is it winning election by election? Is it by chance? You can have certain issues against Modi or Mr. Or BJP, but do you feel that winning election like that is just by a fluke? No. Again, I'm coming back to India Gathbandhan, the biggest alliance formed against Mr. Modi. Why it got shattered? Because of Congress party losing Haryana. I think in the politics of India, this is the worst ever, loss of any political party, that on a platter you are losing election. Why? Because your policies were completely wrong. Losing Maharashtra after good Lok Sabha performance. There are many states you had shown good performance in Lok Sabha. Why that Gubbara went down? You have to introspect. That is what it is. Your overconfidence is quite visible on face of leader of opposition, and I'm really happy with this overconfidence. By this mindset, you can never defeat BJP or Mr. Modi, because here there is a clarity of thought, clarity of narrative, and as far as international policy is concerned,
Let me
or
get
economy is
Ashutosh.
concerned, or India is
Let
concerned,
me get
there is no
both
confusion.
Ashutosh and Deshratan Nigam to reflect on this. Who has clarity of thought, who has clarity of purpose, and who's able to deliver, Ashutosh? Because if you go back in just the past 10 years, when Rahul Gandhi was Congress Vice President, the party tally perhaps went down to its all-time low of 44 in the 2014 election. Then when he became party president, it rose but only marginally to 55 in 2019. So 10 years, there was no leader of opposition. 2024, of course, Rahul Gandhi's Bharat Jodo Yatra, there was tremendous effort put in. The number rose, but to 99 or 100. Leader of opposition post, yes. But the fact also remains Narendra Modi is Prime Minister for the third term, the longest serving non-Congress Prime Minister of the country. So is Rahul Gandhi far removed from realities, sir?
See, Gaurav, if you ask me, is Narendra Modi a powerful prime minister? Yes. But if you ask me, is he on the uphill? No. Now he's on the downhill and he's declining. And one single factor, one single incident which I'm going to quote is, if he's so powerful within the BJP and outside the BJP, why he has failed to appoint the next BJP president for the last 2 years? Nadda was supposed to leave for other person in 2023 December. Now, this is almost 1.5 years more. Now, the issue is why? Because RSS has put his foot down. Second point, Narendra Modi is presented as a great global statesman. But the fact of the matter is, after Operation Sindoor, India is totally alone across the globe. Yet today, American president is insulting India like anything left, right, and center. And look,
that's the American president. That's the American president. If I may, I mean, just on foreign policy and just on Donald Trump, clearly, I mean, it's Donald Trump after all. Had it been someone more sensible, we would have, given you that point.
Gaurav, let me complete. Have some patience.
Go on, sir.
See. You are not dealing with a Trump. You are dealing with the American president who has 1 second term. After losing, he has a 1 second term. So let's not get into this. He's the man who's shaking the whole global politics across the world. The whole world is worried about it. Now the issue is, Mr. Narendra Modi used to call him as a best buddy. Now the best buddy is giving him back. Now the forget about America, China. Your own deputy army chief is saying that we are facing two enemies at the one border. Now you are forced to permit Chinese to get visas after 5 years. This is the sign of weakness. Now the Prime Minister has to tell to the whole world, you have been accusing Rahul Gandhi left, right and center by hobnobbing with the Chinese. Now when the China was behaving like an enemy, you are opening visas for the Chinese. Why? What is the compulsion? The issue is today America is not with you, China is not with you, Russia is also siding with Pakistan and China. Where is India's foreign policy? So is it not the sign of weakness?
Okay, so there are 2 points you've raised, one on party president, one on foreign policy. Deshratan Nigam, you want to quickly respond when it comes to BJP not being able to elect a party president because apparently the RSS and the BJP are not on the same page, and this also shows Prime Minister Narendra Modi's weakness according to Ashutosh.
Well, I don't think RSS has anything to do with appointing the president of the BJP, and it is the internal matter. And since I am not representing BJP, so it is best what suits the BJP in the given circumstances of coming elections. It is their strategy or whatever it is for them to decide. And whatever lets BJP win, I think they will decide on that. And secondly, so far as foreign policy is concerned, I don't think Mr. Ashutosh has given an in-depth analysis of foreign policy right here, right now. Bland statements, whereas on the India's rising on the international map, it's all for everyone to see. Wherever Prime Minister Modi goes, it is India and Prime Minister Modi who has been, keeping the flag of India very high. And you can see the diaspora, how the diaspora also responds at the international level. Whereas when Mr. Gandhi goes, look at secretively, he runs away from the country every time when there is an issue in the country. And then whenever he's there in some university, you will see him speaking against India. And again, I'm saying this is not the sign of a shadow prime minister. Shadow prime minister, as you take it from
Rohan
the Westminster
Gupta, you want
model.
to quickly respond before I bring in both Ashutosh and Salman Soz?
As an analyst, when you come on a debate, I think you should always criticize both the parties and raise points. But my friend Ashutosh, we know, maybe what compulsion, I don't know. This is not the Congress party where you have to pay akkad bakkad bambe bo, where few of the darbaris just sit and decide who is going to be Congress president. Obviously, BJP has right to deliberate and come out with the name, which is, absolutely takes BJP to new heights, number one. Number two, my friend Ashutosh has just forgotten the FTA, which has been signed by India and UK, at least as an analyst. I can expect, yes, 90% times he questions Modi government or criticizes, but at least 5-10% at least you should be honest to your heart when you come to the debate and talk positive. You can see India, Mauritius, what is happening today. The same Mr. Ashutosh, maybe 1.5 years back, when Mauritius, Mizu had raised the points, he was criticizing Modi government. I was there in debate. Why today he is not talking anything on that? My point here, Gaurav, whenever you criticize anybody, there should be substance. It should not be based on your perception. And here again, I'm coming back to you. When BJP is going to declare the president, then you should come out and praise, yeah, this is the process. And after that, this name has come. This is excellent. This is not the Darbari party. This is the party where everybody's opinion is taken and the president is appointed. As far as foreign
Salman,
policy,
with your permission, give me 30 seconds. Ashutosh wants to quickly respond before I come to you, sir. Go on, Ashutosh.
I think this foreign policy thing is a very good thing. Let's start from it. Let us start from the Maldives. Maldives, 40,000 population, and the Maldives has said long back, Indians go back. This is Maldives. This is the power of India. Bangladesh, you are not welcome there.
But
Burma,
the point is,
you
today
know
Prime
the
Minister
power-
Narendra
Gaurav,
Modi
let me
is in
complete.
Maldives
Gaurav,
as the
Gaurav,
chief
Gaurav,
guest of the
Gaurav,
National
let me
Day.
complete. Gaurav, let me complete. Canada. There is a case against your one of the top men.
you start
He
with
can't go
Maldives,
there. USA. There is a case against one of us, one of the top leaders in the country. He can't go there. At least it looks like Canada. You worst of relations. Your foreign minister, you know what he's saying about the European Union. We don't need preachers. We need partners. Your foreign
give me
minister
some
has
time
messed
again.
up India's foreign policy like anything. And what is the compulsion कि आप Chinese को visa दे रहे हो? What is the compulsion? Let the whole world know this. जो आपके जवानों जो आपके खिलाफ शत्रुता का व्यवहार कर रहा था, पाकिस्तान की तरफ से चुनाव लड़ रहा, पाकिस्तान पर युद्ध लड़ रहा था, वो आप उसको वीजा दे रहे हो? क्यों?
Okay.
Tell me this.
Salman, sorry. Okay, Rohan, quickly respond. I have to bring in Salman Soz immediately, but quickly respond,
Gaurav,
Rohan.
the problem with Ashutosh, he is forgetting what is happening in Maldives today.
Maldives.
He's
Yeah.
forgetting that. He's forgetting that Canada Prime Minister called up Mr. Modi, where Congress was trying to raise the issue. Their mouth got shut in just 2 days. It's a foreign policy. You have to ensure that when you say that India is not being supported by these countries, India is at the pace where we are going to be top 5. Obviously, other countries will feel jittery. India has its own space, whether it is defense exports or anything. Operation Sindoor has shown what is the power of India's defense. And that's why these countries are now jittery. India's largest 1 lakh crore exports of Indian defense. Has it happened in Congress government in 70 years? You have just seen the corruptions, the Hawala Khans, the Bofors. Why? Because there was no clear-cut objective of the government of making India hub. That is what the change today is. So I think you should be objective, Mr. Ashutosh. I have absolutely, you have right to give your opinion, but you should be objective.
Let me just
cannot
bring
be
Salman Soz into this conversation, and feel free to come in, Salman, at any time. Now that this is a conversation that's on. The question that Deshratan Nigam also raised, that Prime Minister Narendra Modi is, he's received, I think, 26 or 27 top honors in the world of different countries, amongst the senior most democratically elected leaders in the world in his third term. Does this not show India's rising importance across the world? I was covering G7 outreach in Canada. Mark Carney reached out to Prime Minister Narendra Modi. There's a reset in that relationship. Maldives, after that India out, has invited Prime Minister Narendra Modi as the chief guest of their National Day, because they know India's importance and India's Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam policy. They know they cannot survive without India, or they cannot flourish without India. Does this not show India's resilience and power? Salman Soz.
So first of all, Gaurav, I think we should welcome any good moves on building a relationship with neighboring countries. But unfortunately, I mean, this is good. Maldives is good. But if you have to be truly honest with yourself, we have to really be careful about where our foreign policy is headed. Our neighborhood is certainly doesn't look like a friendly neighborhood to us. I think on the global stage, as we saw after Operation Sindoor, except for Israel, which has become almost like a pariah nation now, no other country stood with India. Forget Donald Trump. Of course, he's a bit of a strange figure. But no country actually came forward to condemn Pakistan directly. There was no Security Council resolution condemning terrorism coming out of Pakistan, as happened, by the way, during earlier crises when the UPA government was in power. There is no FATF action against Pakistan, as happened under Dr. Manmohan Singh. Dr. Manmohan Singh may have been a quiet prime minister, but he was a very effective prime minister. And please do not forget, we're in a very, very difficult situation. We have Russia, our old friend. Its economy is now 7% of our economy. 7% of the US economy, 7%. And it is half of India's economy now. If you look at, you have an ascendant China. It is basically a rival nation. And we have a trade deficit of almost $120 billion. That's crazy. I don't understand what policy we're running. And, I think Ashutosh is correct in some of the criticisms he's leveled. And then we have America, which is not a reliable partner as far as I can tell. So we really need to think calmly about this. I will address two other things. I know that Rohan keeps talking about India becoming the 5th biggest economy and the 4th biggest economy, etc. As an economist, I can tell you, if Rohan Gupta was the prime minister, given the population dynamics and our general growth, because we have very low per capita income, we would become the 4th and the 3rd largest economy. Anyone of us could be prime minister, and that would happen. It is no thanks to Mr. Narendra Modi. And finally, he talked about their buddies in Congress party, and he talked about our election in the. He says 3 people decide in the Congress party who's going to be Congress president. I ran Shashi Tharoor's campaign. We lost, but we fought hard. It was a genuine election, and I challenge BJP to have that kind of an election during Narendra Modi and Amit Shah's time, and I will resign from the Congress party.
Okay, Rohan Gupta, last 30 seconds to finish your points, sir. And especially on the points of visas for Chinese in a hostile environment that remains extremely precarious along the line of actual control.
See, when Gaurav, we know that obviously the international relations are liquid. And India as a country has come out very, very strongly. And that's why I was saying that UK-India FTA today is a landmark, step in that direction, that our over-dependence on particular country should not be there. We know what is the situation of US today. We cannot be blackmailed by anybody. As far as international policy is concerned, now we are seen as one of the top leaders in the world. Quad, what is the position of India? India has been very, very strong in raising Pakistan's anti-terrorist thing across the world. Across the world, who is saying nobody supported India? Everybody supported India in their the drive against terrorism. Even China made the statement. So I think this is the problem here, that the so-called analysts, they just question the action of other people. They don't see what is the action of Indian government and what is the final outcome, my friend. You should wait.
So
The way what has
clearly,
happened in Maldives, the way
two
what is
very
happening in Canada,
divergent
the way
points
what is
of
going to
view
happen
here
in China,
on
we will
India
see in
today.
next 2 years where
We
India
take
will
no
be.
sides. We take no
Gaurav, 10
sides.
seconds.
You decide who's in sync and completely out of sync with ground realities. Ashutosh, Salman Sos, Desh Ratan Nigam and Rohan Gupta for joining me here on this India First special broadcast. Gentlemen, many thanks. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, incidentally, is in Maldives. It's the 60th year of diplomatic ties between the two countries, and it signals a marked shift in the relationship between the two countries. President Mohammad Muizzu, remember when he was campaigning and once he became president of Maldives, it was all about India Out campaign. And that was very, very tough because India's really not just trusted Maldives, but it's a country that India has helped all along. Today, Maldives perhaps realized they cannot do without India. Even for water and medicines, they need India and not China. So being close to China hasn't helped them. Today, a red carpet was rolled out for Prime Minister Narendra Modi. We get you more in this report.
A joyous reception. An effusive handshake and plenty of warm hugs. These gestures by President Muizzu could not be more indicative of a reset of India-Maldives ties. From India out to India in just 2 years and how. President Muizzu has now asserted that Bharat remains a key source for Maldivian tourism.
Cultural exchanges, tourism, education, and familial bonds, we continue to strengthen mutual understanding and goodwill between our nations. Looking ahead, we are fully committed to further strengthen our cooperation with India across a broad range of sectors through exchange of high-level visits.
President Muizzu also expressing thanks to the Indian government for providing 72 heavy vehicles and acknowledging that the Greater Malay Connectivity Project, once completed, will stand as a lasting symbol of partnership between both nations.
Prime Minister and I will be inaugurating Dosimena building, developed with Indian grant assistance. This assistance is a testament to this partnership. I express my sincere appreciation to India for the provision of 72 vehicles to the Maldives National Defence Force.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi was quick to affirm that India-Maldives ties will reach new heights, as India always puts friendship first.
भारत मालदीव का सबसे करीबी पड़ोसी है। मालदीव भारत की नेबरहुड फर्स्ट पॉलिसी और महासागर विजन दोनों में एक अहम स्थान रखता है। भारत को मालदीव का सबसे भरोसेमंद मित्र होने पर भी गर्व है।
He has also called Maldives India's closest neighbor and has asserted that it has stood by Malay in every crisis.
हमारी डेवलपमेंट पार्टनरशिप को नई उड़ान देने के लिए हमने मालदीव के लिए $565 मिलियन यानी लगभग 5,000 करोड़ रुपए की लाइन ऑफ क्रेडिट देने का निर्णय लिया है। यह मालदीव के लोगों की प्राथमिकताओं के अनुरूप यहां के इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर से के विकास से जुड़ी परियोजनाओं के लिए इस्तेमाल ली जाएगी।
And Prime Minister Modi was quick to affirm that India-Maldives relationship will reach new heights. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is the first head of the government to be hosted by President Mohammad Moizu. This time, Modi is the guest of honor for Maldives' 60th Independence Day. India is expected to extend a line of credit worth $565 million to Maldives, and talks on a free trade agreement are expected to formally begin. Ridden by debt from China, the island nation had strained ties with India after Maldives ministers posted objectionable comments about the Indian Prime Minister. PM Modi responded with serene pictures from Lakshadweep, bringing down Maldives' tourism sector to an all-time low. Since then, Malé has been on a corrective track, and the gestures by President Moizu now affirm to it. India has extended a line of credit worth $565 million to Maldives and has announced the initiation of negotiations for a free trade agreement between the two countries. From once being vilified as a bully to now being embraced as a bestie, Maldives stands as a case study on how India has successfully recalibrated the geopolitical balance in the Indian Ocean region. Bureau Report, India Today.